So I finally received the two 512 um, M.2 drives for the other one that I have on here with the dual adapter. This is the Startech. You see here, part number is right there. So I'm going to be putting two for this one here. It's an old Startech that I have, but I want to test out the adapter to see how this one works. The other one's working fine. It's on the NAS. If you haven't seen the videos on those, check the NAS videos. And here are the specs. 512 right there. And let me see here. Hang on a second. So this one, or these come like this in a little bag. There's no screw or screwdriver included like the other ones that I got before. Those were only 256. And these are the TimeTech 512. So let me get this out and we can look at the tag. We're a lot closer that way. Alright, here we go. Man, these are a pain in the butt to take out a little bit. They're so tiny. So here is the spec. See if I can get a better look at it. They do have a 3-year warranty. There is nothing on the back. And I was trying to look for where they're made, but they don't have anything on it. So I thought I saw they were made in Taiwan, but as you can see, there is literally nothing on it. So you can see these have both keys, the M, B, or what was it? I forget. So I should be able to get them on here. So let me put them on. And the screws do come with the adapter, so I do have some. Hang on. And there we go. At first I didn't feel like it was fitting in there, so you had to push it a little more. But it's working. And here are the other screws that are for the mounting. These two screws came with it over here, so that's fine. That didn't include them, but the adapter has them. Now the only thing is, right here are the jumpers. I have to basically jump them like this as to which one I want to do. Either use both of them as one big drive, RAID 1 mirror, and just a bunch of drives using the first drive and the second drive, or I don't know which one switch, but I think this is 1 and this one's 2. It says the 2, 1 and 2, so that's how that goes. And I just need to install it and test it out with the jumpers and see how that goes. But there you go, it does fit fine and they don't protrude out. The chips don't, even though this may sit down like this. I'm not sure yet until I install it, but I gotta figure out that first before you install it. Okay, so here are the 4 modes on this adapter. So you have RAID 0, strap set, splits data evenly across the 2 drives. RAID 1 is a mirror, just a bunch of drives, lets you access the drives as just a bunch of independent disks. And then you have span, combines or concatenates 2 drives into one large volume. So as you notice on here, it has all 3 jumpers installed. I took 2 out because I want to see if they will support the span, not the span, the JVOD. So you only need 5 and 6, which is this jumper here on the end. As you can see, 5 and 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's how I'm going through that. But I want to read this part too. It says for JBOD, the motherboard or SATA host connector must support the port multiplier to configure JBOD RAID mode. So it may or may not work. If it doesn't work, then I have to try either the span just to use it as one big drive. I just wanted to test both, not both. I wanted to get two so I can test and see if I can read both, and just use that because normally I had one 500, 7500 Hitachi, as you can see, 72 RPM. So this is gonna go in here. So let me put it down for a second because I have to flip it, and I eventually have to get the ISO as well because I haven't done that yet. So that's how it sits. I'm just gonna put one screw on there because I'm still testing it. As you can see, it goes on upside down. I won't be needing the other extra screws because there's nowhere to put it. I just need to add this bracket, which only uses two here and two here. And now we have the screws there, so that's nice just to have extra brackets. But now it's time to boot it up and just see if the BIOS will pick it up. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, this is the BIOS. As you can see, it does detect on port one of the drives, but that's all it is. Apparently there's two ports for the SATA on this, but that's not connected because they're on the same one, so I may not be able to use it like that where I thought I could use both as two separate drives. So I'm gonna have to change the jumper and we'll come back to this. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try RAID 1, jumper 1 and 2 and 5 and 6, which is what that is, 1 and 2 and 5 and 6. And the last one will be the span, which basically has all the jumpers on it just the way it came. So let me try that and see what we get. Okay, for the RAID, I do get something different. ASMT 109X safe 512. So looks like the RAID 1 will work and RAID 0 probably. So let me turn it off and try the what is it called here? The span that uses both as one. And there you go. The adapter does work. I get 1 terabyte with both. So this is the adapter. I put it all together as one drive, both SSDs as one, and now I get 1 terabyte. So it does work, and I think I'm gonna go with RAID just for the speed. I was thinking of leaving it for space, that's why I want to use it that way, but I actually want the speed instead, and since this is gonna be for web browsing and stuff like that, I don't need to have too much space, but 512 should do it. So the RAID is what I'm gonna leave it at, RAID 1. But I hope that helps, and as you can see, you can definitely use the adapter just like the first one I have on the NAS. It just depends on the motherboard. If it's too old, you may not be able to use it as a, what was it? The JB, just a bunch of drives. So that one's not working, but everything else seems to be fine. I didn't try the RAID 0, but I know that one works, so that should work as well. Alright, so now I'm installing Ubuntu Mate on it, as you can see. So I misspoke earlier. The speed is RAID 0, and I went ahead with RAID 1 just to have the I thought about the speed, but then I want the redundancy instead because I forgot about the plug. It doesn't matter if you make it a RAID 0, but if your SATA, it's not going to go any more than the default on it, and since it's old, it's not going to make too much of a difference, I don't think. So that's where I'm at. Everything's going pretty well. Both drives are on. I just did the boot disk on the USB, so now I'm just going to install it. So this one boots to a desktop where it gives you a choice to install it. I thought it was going to go straight to the install, but Yeah, it's not. I guess not. So I'm just waiting for it since it's on a USB. It's taking its sweet time. But I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's our first error right there. So let me try that again. Well, that's gonna be fun. Alright, second time works, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is what I'm getting right now. Oops, a little too far. Come on. There we go. Right before I hit install. Alright, I was able to pause the phone for this long, which is good. This thing actually took over 2 hours just to install. So now I get to restart it and finish. But I don't know if it's because I went ahead and connected to the internet, and it was downloading the other new stuff that I opted for, the drivers and stuff. So let's see what happens. So I restart it. It's telling me to now remove the USB stick. Don't want to do it beforehand. And it says press enter. So now we are running off the these. Let's see what we get. Oh, I gotta go and fix that on the BIOS. No, I don't. It booted up on its own, so that's good. So I'll go ahead and do this because it's going to take a minute here, since this is the first time booting up. Alright, this could have been why it took long too. I was trying the crypto on the drives and it's asking me to unlock it. So apparently that's working. So I don't know if I'm going to get that every time. Hopefully not. But I think it said that it would prompt me every time. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to change it. But I was just testing anyways. Alright, it's all set. So this is what we have. 24.04 LTS. It only has 4 gigs of RAM, a little space, 466. But if I look at the disks over here, you can see 510 and 510 right there on the same volume or partition 1. So it looks like we do have our RAID, and that's pretty good. So how fast is it? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Let me just turn this on, just kind of get an idea. See if it goes any faster. I think that encryption may not be as fast as you think. This thing is taking sweet time, but then again, it's the first time I'm using it, so let me see. Hold on. So far, it looks like it's working. Anyways, that's pretty much it for that one. So that does work. I may reinstall it a different way just to test, but there you go. That did work.